Today is November the 13th, 11-13, and our title is 3D Shadow Lettering. 3D Shadow Lettering. Let's get our book opened up here, and I'm going to be turning my book to the horizontal so that I have room for my drawing. Let's go ahead and move this a little bit so you guys can see. There we go. Put the date. And you're going to do 2 lines to start with, just to give you a guideline. These should be parallel lines and they should be light. On the inside, I'd like you to write the word cool. Leave a little bit of space in between your letters and don't go outside your lines. Try to get them in between your lines and make them the same height. Okay? Next, we're going to make the inside of them. So how you do that is you're just going to bring this back at an angle like this, up, and then hook it around like that. And in fact, mine are a little too far apart, so I'm going to scoot those together even more. Okay, there we go. Make the inside of your O. You've already got the outside. Here's the outside again. Inside, and then when you have the bottom, the rest of your L, excuse me, you're just going to bring that over on the top, bring it straight down, and then over on the bottom. Okay, go ahead and erase your guideline. You've done this lettering before. Let's add some shading to this to kind of pop this out and make this look more 3D. And I'm actually going to fix what I've got inside this O here. I want to try to keep it in proportion, which means I don't want a real skinny part of the O and I don't want a real fat part of the O. I want it to be, try to keep it equal all the way around. So now when I'm going to add the shading, I'm going to be adding it in a few spaces. I'm going to start with the C and I'm going to be coming off of this curve. And I'm going to come off of this curve, I'm going to come down and curve it around and bring it back up right here, right before it ends. And I'm going to shade that in solid. Now I want to make sure I shade neatly because I don't want this shading going inside of my letter. It needs to be outside. Okay. So I've pretty much almost got the C. There we go. And I'm going to bring it on the inside just a little bit too. So pretend like this is coming down, straight down, and it's going to hook inside. You're just going to see a little bit popping out right there from the back. Right there. Okay, let's go ahead and add a little bit of shading on the inside here. In fact, I'm going to do both O's at the same time. And here as well. And that also means we're going to have some shading out here. And it's going to go part way, but not all the way around the O. If you remember back to the beginning of the year, I'm sure you can remember where our shading is going to be right there on the L, where it's going to happen. Okay, you can probably see a pattern emerging. Okay, one more. Come down a little bit, bring it straight out, down, over, and up. You're just going to cut it off in a few places. And there we go. And there you have it. There is your 3D lettering. Got a nice little shadow coming out behind it. So I'd like you to make one of these today. Please make sure you erase any lines or marks that you don't need. Watch that proportion. Make sure your lettering is even. And don't forget to fill in your shadows dark and completely.